Hey friends, let's talk about virtual DOM. Here virtual DOM is very important concept in React.js, because of which React.js is super popular. So let me walk you through quickly what is this virtual DOM terminology. So the virtual DOM is a concept in React.js and other JavaScript frameworks that involves creating a virtual representation of the actual browser document object model. So you all might know about the DOM, right? So DOM is nothing but a tree-like structure. It's kind of HTML representation and initial internal handling of the DOM, actually the HTML thing. So the virtual DOM is heavily used in React.js and other JavaScript frameworks also, so that it can compare with the actual DOM and it can find out what is changed in the DOM and accordingly re-render the component. So here it serves as an abstraction layer between the application's components and the browser's rendering engine. So both don't know what is happening in the background, but there is a browser's rendering engine which takes care of this DOM actually. Okay, so I mean React.js takes care of the DOM, but this virtual DOM is important for making sure that whatever is changed in the UI, it is updated properly. So here there are some terminologies I am going to tell you here actually. The actual DOM represents the structure of the web page as a tree-like structure. I am going to show you before end of this video, so you will be understanding properly. So it is responsible for rendering the HTML elements. So virtual DOM is a lightweight in-memory representation of the actual DOM. So it's nothing but a kind of copy of the actual DOM, and then React.js checks what is modified in the actual DOM. Okay, so each node in the virtual DOM corresponds to node in the actual DOM. So here reconciliation is a method which React.js tries and does when there is any props change or state change. Why? Because if there is any data change, React.js is supposed to render the DOM again. This is very important concept because rendering happens multiple times when there is any state change or prop change. Okay, so you need to understand what is reconciliation. So reconciliation is implemented for the performance optimization actually, because it will minimize the rendering. You will come to know before end of this complete video. And then diffing algorithm is there, which is used by the React.js to efficiently identify and update the minimal set of changes needed to synchronize the actual DOM. So it compares between actual DOM and the virtual DOM tree, and then there is a diffing algorithm, like how to check node by node and what is changed in the UI actually rendering process, and accordingly only that particular node will be updated. This is very important concept, guys, because this is an interview question also and you must understand also. Updating the DOM, so it compares the differences between the previous and new virtual DOM tree, and if there is any difference it will update the DOM and move forward. So there are super benefits of these virtual DOMs. It increases the performance actually. Okay, so reduces the number of actual DOM manipulations. So actual DOM is not manipulated every time. It will always update the virtual DOM. It's not update the main DOM actually. Main means the actual DOM. Actual DOM is one which is really exists. Okay, so there is a copy of the virtual DOM which is used while implementing this kind of stuff, and it allows us to do the reusable stuff, so that again it can be compared and it can check what is going on. Okay, so virtual DOM implementation is also done other than React.js framework also, like Vue.js and AngularJS, because it improves the performance. It has diffing algorithm integrated in that, so that it only updates, because if the component is very big, the UI is very big, there will be a lot of time otherwise if it does not uses the virtual DOM. And if it always update the actual DOM, it will be very cumbersome for the single page application handlers like React.js and Vue.js and AngularJS. So this is the example. If you see the first one, let me Okay, so this is the, let me remove this. So this is the initial virtual DOM. So this is the initial way. Let's say there is a div, then h3, the form, span, and something. Okay, now whatever is changed, it is updated and kept in the virtual DOM, and it is compared with the actual DOM, real DOM, whatever is there right now on the HTML browser. Okay, so when it compares, it comes to, okay, only this much is changed. We don't need to make any change here and here. These nodes we can live happily, so that we can only update this, and it saves a lot of time actually. Okay, so this is very, very important to understand what is virtual DOM, how it works, and what is the use case of this. So it is used for the performance optimization, it used for the while rendering, and it uses the diffing algorithm. This is very, very important, which is one of the very famous algorithm for doing this virtual DOM kind of things. So thank you very much for staying up to this point. I'm going to tell you so many other things also up to end of this video, complete video, I mean the big video. So stay tuned and let's move on to the another chapter. Thank you very much.